What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another update video. Today, Gigas' Greystar presents, or their presence, or Grace something with a new update. Today, Rune Value Improvements has actually came out. And for those guys who are unaware what this actually is, it's an attempt to actually bring value back to, runes inside of the game of RuneScape. Considering it's in their name, it probably would be a good idea to have value on them. Obviously, you guys know runes are an essential vitamin to the RuneScape daily life. So, it is nice to actually have a point of value to them instead of them being basically useless. Well, not useless, but basically having no value. So in an effort to do this, they've actually made a few improvements, and I'll run through a couple of them real quickly for you. So the update is titled Rune Value Improvements. So it starts off with Wizard Goldberg has made his Rune Goldberg machine available for public use. In today's Rune Value Update, it has voted for you by the Skill Update Player Power Poll earlier this year. Head over to RuneCrafting Guild to start this daily D&D. You'll enter combinations of runes to get Viswax, which can... There are 3 bulletins. Extend or reset your auras. Increase your divination location, gathering limit, and extend or reroll daily challenges. Now, all 3 of these are actually going to be really quite nice. It all depends on the type of player and what type of activities you are interested in. For me, mainly resetting the aura time would be probably the most useful for me, but I mean, the other ones aren't going to be bad at all. Obviously, if you're divinating, it's going to be very useful in that sense. And obviously, if you have reroll challenges, you know, your daily challenges throughout the day to get you some more XP, who wouldn't want to do that? We've also made it possible to use rune essence stored in pouches alongside essence in your inventory when crafting on altars. So I'm assuming that means they're going to actually let everything just be one fell swoop. Click craft, crafts everything. You get all the runes instead of doing this. Craft this, we'll take out that, craft more. It was a pain in the ass. I didn't do much of that, to be honest, because I didn't really do Zimai or any other altar until... I don't know, I didn't really do much rune crafting, to be honest. I did more rune spanning. It wasn't rune crafting for me, sadly. I mean, call me a prod, call me whatever. I did rune spanning, I did all my other stuff with effigies. I did like 1 through 40 rune crafting, like with fire runes. And then I was just like, screw this skill sucks. And then they brought out rune span. So also, finally, we've increased the rune essence capacity and summon duration of the Abyssal Titan and Abyssal Lurkers. So increase rune crafting... familiars, they can hold more runes, essentially. More essences, increasing your rune productivity, increasing your XP and such. And you can read more, obviously, into detail if you'd want to. Also, the Rune Goldberg machine, a new rune crafting D&D. Now, rune crafting actually did have a D&D before, which was Greater Orb Project, I believe. And it was a hit in some ways, and in some ways it kind of wasn't. So speak to Wizard Goldberg to get a quick tour of his prototype invention. To get a daily helping of Viswax, you'll need to help fill up the machine with 3 types of runes. You can put any type of runes into any of the slots with the exceptions of orbital runes. Putting different runes in different slots will yield differing amounts of Viswax when you click combine on the interface. This amount changes daily, so you may wish to experiment first. Experiment is in big bold letters, so I'm assuming they're going to want you to do your own thing. They don't want you to follow the mold of this one. Experiment by filling up the machines with combinations of 3 runes. You'll see how much wax would get what combination, although if you try again, the number of runes needed before clicking combine will increase. Each slot has daily best in slot rune determined randomly each day, so it's going to be kind of like figuring what's the best rune, putting them in there, getting the most XP, or the most beneficial way to do it. Each slot also counts for a set of proportions of the final amount of Viswax. So, slot 1, same rune for every player and counts for 30%. Slot 2, 1 of 3 possible runes and counts for 30%. Slot 3, randomly assigned for each player and counts for 40%. 40 plus 30 equals 100. Look at that. It's a good idea to talk to other players about the first and second slots. Sharing your research will help get as much Viswax as you can for a little cost in runes. I'm assuming somebody's going to make a friends chat for this. I'm already assuming somebody already did. So you can probably check the forums. There's probably a friends chat that'll tell you, oh yeah, rune slot number 1 is this. And then you go ahead and just go on from there. Viswax and its many uses. Viswax is marvelous stuff with a variety of unique uses. Click the wax in your inventory and you'll have a choice of 3 functions. There's going to be auras, challenges, and divination. Now, as already stated before, there's going to be those 3 functions, so you guys already know where this is going. With the auras, you can extend the duration of most auras by 50 or 100%, 1 extension per cooldown period, which isn't that bad, to be honest. And it's actually well worth it if you do a lot of PVMing. Also, you're skilling auras and stuff like that too, so generally a good idea to maybe use this for one of your auras. The Wisdom and Jack of Trade auras, all tiers cannot be extended, but their cooldown can be reset once per day for a second activation. There's your skilling auras. A user in my channel is timed out. Thank you, Sulu. The Festive, Enlightenment, Demonheim, Oddball, and all other cosmetic auras are not affected by this Viswax. So basically, you can't use your cosmetic auras on it. big whoop. Oh well. I mean, they got wings and stuff in game now. It's not that big of a deal, and your gazes are already attached to you. Your reroll daily challenges directly from your challenge interface. You'll be offered an alternative and a skill different to the original, or you'll be able to stick with what you had. Each challenge can only be rolled once, re-rolled once rather. So you can only. Thank you for entering my journal again, by the way. You can only re-roll it once per day, I'm assuming. Some challenges can only be extended, doubling the action needed for twice the reward. Note that not every challenge is eligible for this, so that's going to be probably like your skilling challenges. They can be doubled, and so therefore you yield more XP and more resources from that challenge, essentially. Divination obviously increases your daily gathering limit by 50 to 100%, or 50 or, but it's either or. It's not 2, it's 50 or 100, it's either one. Which once again is really nice for your divination levels and such. Altar running improvements. In addition to the Rune Goldman machine, we've tweaked the Fallen to make rune crafting at an altar a bit smoother, which is nice, as we already talked about this before with the Lurkers and the Titans, I believe. Essence stored in pouches or abyssal familiars will now be automatically used in rune crafting runes alongside those in your ordinary inventory. So you click on an altar, uses everything. That's how it should have been Jagex from the beginning. The Abyssal Titan and Lurker have had their rune essence carrying capacities and summon durations increase, so you can carry more and carry longer without having to resummon more familiars, which, you know, it was a pain because I don't think they had that long of a timer to begin with, and also they didn't carry that many to make it really, I mean, it made it worthwhile, but it didn't carry enough to, I don't know, for me to actually look at it and be like, that is worth it. But, you know, hopefully this will be, I don't know what they increased it to, but hopefully they've increased it to a good amount. Now, also, in other news, they've actually fixed some of the rune drops. If you guys keep on scrolling down, many monster types have had their rune drops rates reduced or removed in order to increase the value of alternating crafting. Something like that. So, all your major rune droppers, I mean, you can look through the list, obviously, but I'm assuming there's going to be, like, your fire giants, your death devils and such. Those things drop massive amounts of fire runes, therefore making them kind of useless to runecraft, because you can collect more from them before... You can collect more runes from those monsters than actually when you're physically rune crafting the runes themselves. So it was essentially making fire rune crafting useless. So what they've done is they've revamped their drop tables. A lot of monsters, you know, they got QBD up there as well, so I'm assuming they revamped like the blood rune and the death rune drops from them. But there's so many ways to get runes. This was actually something that was very much so needed, and it'll show over time. Maybe the damage has been done. But I mean, it can't hurt to try to fix it right now. I mean, it's never too late, and hopefully they did this properly, and hopefully the rune prices do start to go back up a little bit, because as of right now they are down a bit, and runes obviously they're going to be continually pumped into the game. They're not something, I mean, they do go out because people do use them, but obviously with the changes to magic and such, they don't go out at a high enough rate, in my opinion, than what the monsters were dropping and what people were actually rune crafting with them. So hopefully with these updates to rune crafting, the runes will actually regain a little bit more value, if not a lot more. I don't think it's going to be a lot more, but it will go up a bit, and I think everyone will appreciate the fact that Jagex is actually making note of this issue and doing their best part to try to make it right. So that is about it for this update. Also, check out the bank booster slots now that on Solomon's General Store. Shut up, Jagex. I don't want to hear about your Solomon's General Store. But that's going to do it, really, guys. I'm sorry. I love the SGS. I have some many outfits from there. But that's going to do it for now. That is a quick, brief update of what happened today in RuneScape with rune value improvements. So if you guys did like this video, obviously, click that like button, share the video, and come back for some more. And obviously, you guys do know the streaming schedule now is going to be Friday 8 p.m., Saturday 10 a.m., Sunday 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So catch me then when we'll be doing a little bit of a show for you guys with doing the whole Elite Clue Scroll Challenge. So until then, I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys have a good week, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good whatever the hell it is for you guys, and I will see you guys later.